Okay, fifth graders, here's 15.2. And they give us a good example of what this one is about. And this is very similar to 15.1. You're just filling out some more charts and answering some more questions and looking for patterns and relationships between numbers. So it says here, Jack is training for a race each week. Whoops, I don't want that one. There we go. It says each week he runs 30 miles and bikes 120 miles, and he creates a table to record his progress. How many total miles will he have run after 5 weeks? And then can you identify the relationship? So down in box B here, it says he runs 30 miles each week, and so you would just add 30 miles each time. So 30, 60, 90, and so forth. And then total miles biked, 120. So the next week would be 240. You're just doubling that, just like you were with the miles run. And then add another 120, so that'd be 360. And then finally it says compare the corresponding terms. Well, you'll notice that the number of miles that are biked, it's 4 times what he ran. In other words, 30 times 4 is 120, 60 times 4 is 240, and 90 times 4 is 360, and so forth. And so it says the total number of miles biked is always 4 times the total number of miles run. That convinced me. Let's take a look at that here. Let's see, do you think the relationship between the corresponding terms in the table Jack created will always be true? I would say yes, because the total number of miles biked is 4 times the miles run. Miles he ran. Okay. Guided practice. Let's look at the next page here. Let's see here. Nico says that the relationship between the terms, and they say terms, we're talking about the numbers that we plugged into the charts, is that the number of miles run is 1/4 the number of miles biked. And do you agree? The answer is yes. Because, for example, um, 30 is 1/4 of 120, which is the first week. He ran 30 miles and biked 120. And then 60 is 1/4 of 240. So that relationship stays the same. Number 2 here, how many total miles will Jack have run and biked after 10 weeks and after 15 weeks? So here we go, class craft question. I'll let you guys figure that one out. Okay. Number 3, Miguel says that he can use multiplication to find the terms in the patterns. Yes, I agree. For example, comma, 30 times 4 equals 120. And, another example would be 60 times 4 equals 240. And so forth. So yeah, you can definitely use multiplication. And in the very first example, that's exactly what they did. As you can see that there. Okay, independent practice. Let's see here. Maria and Henry are starting a savings account. Maria puts $250 into her account each month. Henry puts $125. How much money will each of them have saved after 6 months? Well, you'll have to figure that out. $250. What would be the next month? Another $250, so that would be $500. Henry, $125. And then $125, another $125 would be $250. And so Classcraft, I'll let you guys finish filling that out. To answer the question, how much money will each of them have saved after 6 months? So once you fill that out, you'll have that answer. What's the relationship that you notice between the total amounts? Maria has saved after each month and the total amount Henry has saved. Yeah, I like that one too. You'll have to tell me that. What's the relationship? And then finally, if Maria and Henry continue saving this way for a full year, how much more will Maria have saved than Henry? I like that one too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there we go. Remember, there's 12 months in a year. Okay, let's go to the next page, the last page. See if there's anything really difficult here. Sheila and Patrick are making a table to compare gallons and quarts and pints. Use the rule add 4 to complete the column for the number of quarts, and then 8 for pints. Well, yeah, okay. So, how many quarts? How many quarts are in a gallon? There's 4. How many pints? So how many pints would that be? That would be 8. And then in 2 gallons, there's going to be what? 8 quarts. And in 2 gallons, there'd be 16 pints. You can finish that. Patrick has a 12-gallon fish tank at home. How many quarts of water will his fish tank take? And how many pints? So there's 2 questions. Pints and quarts. I like that one. And what's the relationship that you notice between the number of quarts and the number of pints? Well, let's see here. There are 2 pints for every quart. Okay. Number 10, Dan makes 8 pizzas. In the first hour they're open, and 6 each hour after that. Susan makes 12 pizzas in the first hour and 6 each hour after that. If the pizzeria is open for 6 hours, how many pizzas will they have made in all? Okay, so complete this chart. I'll get you started here. The first hour, Dan made 8 pizzas. And Susan made 12. And then it says for Dan 6 pizzas each hour after that. And then Susan's 6 pizzas each hour after that. So we're going to be adding 6 to each one. So what's 8 plus 6? That's going to be 14. What's 12 plus 6? It's going to be 18. So you just keep adding 6 from there on out. Then it says compare the total number of pizzas made by each person after each hour. What's the relationship that you notice? Well, you'll notice that Susan has always made 4 more pizzas then Dan. Okay. All right. And you can do 12 and 13. That's it, you guys. I will see you Thursday morning.